Hello everyone, myself Chandan, working in Tumkur University. In this video, I have solved a few examples or few problems on sequences. It will be helpful for almost all the degree students. So, the first question is, show that the sequence xn where x1 is nothing but given x1 is equal to 1 and xn is equal to root of 2 plus xn minus 1 is convergent and converges to 2. Suppose if the problem is given like this, suppose a sequence xn is given by xn is equal to something like n divided by n plus 1 or something like n square divided by 2n plus 5n plus 3, something like this type of problems. That is generally, suppose if a sequence containing nth term which has only single variables, then we can apply limit of this xn as n tending to infinity. For this problem we will get limit of n divided by n plus 1 as n tending to infinity. We will get it as 1. It is finite, therefore the given sequence is convergent. And for any type of problems containing nth term containing only a single variable, then we can apply directly limit of xn as n tends to infinity. If you arise at a finite value, then the sequence is convergent. If it is some infinite value, then the sequence is divergent. And if it is between two values, it will be oscillate, then it is said to be oscillatory sequence. But here, if we apply limit of this xn as infinity, limit of xn as n tends to infinity, we will get 2 plus limit of xn minus 1 as n tends to infinity. We didn't know what value we will get from limit of this xn as n tends to infinity and also from limit of xn minus 1 as n tends to infinity. These two terms are unknown, so we can't say whether the sequence is convergent or not. So for these type of problems, we will use some other definition of convergence of a sequence or some applications of some theorems. That is, we have one theorem. That theorem says for every bounded and monotonically increasing sequence, every bounded and monotonically increasing sequence is always convergent. This is a theorem in sequences, which is actually main important results in sequences. Every bounded and monotonically increasing sequence is convergent. So to check convergence for any sequences, if we prove that sequence is bounded and the sequence is monotonically increasing is enough. And also if we prove any sequence is bounded, or if you prove just bounded above is enough. Because if a sequence is bound monotonically increasing, first term is nothing but the lower bound, so always it is sequence is bounded below. So if you prove just bounded above is enough. For any sequence which is bounded below and monotonically decreasing is always convergent, and in fact it is converges to infimum. So it's enough if we prove for convergence. Always it is converges to infimum, and this is always converges to supremum, that is least upper bound. So to prove or to check any sequence which is convergent, it's enough to check for the sequence for monotonicity, that is whether the sequence is monotonically increasing and bounded above is always convergent, or whether the sequence is monotonically decreasing and bounded below is always convergent. So to prove this theorem, I have used this application, that is to check for convergence of this sequence. If we show the sequence is bounded above and monotonically increasing is enough to show that the sequence is convergent. So how to prove that the sequence is bounded above, or how to prove that the sequence is monotonically increasing? For any sequence is monotonically increasing, that sequence xn is less than or equal to, xn is greater than or equal to xn plus 1 for all n belongs to n. If this condition satisfies, then xn is said to be monotonically increasing. And if xn is less than or equal to some real number for all values of xn, then xn is said to be bounded above. So, and to prove this theorem, I am using mathematical induction. By using mathematical induction process, I have to check for monotonical increasing as well as bounded above. So given x1 is 1, clearly this value is, first check for monotonically increasing. Okay, x1 is 1 and x2 is nothing but, in this xnth term, put n is equal to 1. Put n is equal to 2. We will get x2 is equal to root of 2 plus x1. And we know that x1 is 1. x2 is nothing but root of 2 plus 1 is equal to root 3, which is always greater than 1. That is, root 3 is nothing but x2 and 1 is nothing but x1. So x2 is greater than x1. x2 is greater than x1. Again, by using mathematical induction, the mathematical induction proof is, first we have to prove for n is equal to 1. For n is equal to 1, we have to prove. For n is equal to m, we assume that the result is true. And for n is equal to m plus 1, using this result, we have to prove that n is equal to, this result is true for n is equal to m plus 1. If we prove all these two results and we assume this, then we will arriving at the result holds for all n belongs to natural number. So firstly, this result holds for x1, that is first term the result holds, that is x2 is greater than x1. So suppose now we assume that the result is true for xn. Suppose the result is true for xn. The result is true for xn. That is, xn is clearly, n is, this is 2. This is again less by 1. Therefore, x2 is greater than x1. For nth term, xn is greater than xn minus 1. Suppose the result is true for xn, that is xn is greater than or equal to xn is greater than xn minus 1. We have to assume that the result is true for xnth term. Now we have to prove for n plus 1th term. So this is true. We assume that this is true. Therefore, consider this result. Xn is greater than xn minus 1, which implies add 2 on both sides. If you add 2 on both sides, then the inequality doesn't alter. 2 plus xn is greater than 2 plus xn minus 1. Taking root on both sides. And if you take root also, the inequality doesn't alter. Root of 2 plus xn is greater than root of 2 plus xn minus 1. Given the question is xn is equal to root of 2 plus xn minus 1. Given xn is root of 2 plus xn minus 1. So root of 2 plus xn minus 1 is nothing but xn. If it is n minus 1, then this term is n. Add 1 to this term, then we will get xn. So if it is nth term, then add 1 to this, we will arriving at xn plus 1. We have to prove this result, and we have to assume this result is true for xn, that is xn is greater than xn minus 1, and we have to prove for xn plus 1, which implies by mathematical induction, this is true for m plus 1. Suppose it is m plus 1, which implies that by mathematical induction, by mathematical induction, the result means xn is greater than xn minus 1 for all values of n, or xn plus 1 is greater than xn for all values of n. By mathematical induction, the result is true for all n belongs to n. That is, xn plus 1 is greater than xn for all n belongs to n, which implies xn plus 1 minus xn is greater than 0 for all n belongs to n. This is the definition of monotonically increasing, which implies the given sequence xn is monotonically increasing. Given sequence xn is monotonically increasing. If this condition satisfies, this is the definition of then any sequence is monotonically increasing. Sequence is monotonically increasing. This sequence is monotonically increasing. Now we have to check for bounded above. So to prove bounded above also, I am using mathematical induction proof. So given x1 is 1 is always less than 2, we have to prove it for x. First term is less than 2. Suppose the result is true. Suppose the result is true for xn. That is this result. Here the result is x1 less than 2. For nth term also this result holds. Suppose the result is true for xn. That is xn is less than 2. Here we can't write for all n belongs to n, because we have not proved up to n plus 1th term. So suppose the result is true for xn, that is xn less than 2. Now consider this result, xn less than 2, which implies add 2 on both sides. 2 plus xn is less than 2 plus 2, 4. Taking root of 2 plus xn is less than root 4. Again, root of 2 plus xn is nothing but xn plus 1 is less than root 4 is nothing but 2. Therefore, xn plus 1 is less. The result is true for xn. We have to assume that the result is true for xn, and we have proved for xn plus 1 term. Therefore, the result is true for all n belongs to n. By mathematical induction, the result is true. The result is true for all n belongs to n. That is, xn is xn. This I mean mathematical induction. That is xn less than 2 for all n belongs to n. This is the definition of bounded above. Every term in a sequence is less than some real number, then a sequence is said to be bounded above. Xn is monotonically increasing. We have proved that xn is monotonically increasing, and xn is bounded above. Xn is monotonically increasing and xn is bounded above, which implies xn is convergent. xn is convergent. Given question is xn is convergent and converges to 2. We have to prove that it converges to the limit 2. Yet we have proof for convergence. Show that the sequence xn where x1 is equal to 1 and xn is equal to root of 2 plus xn minus 1 is convergent and converges to 2. Up to this we have proved. This sequence, suppose the sequence is xn is equal to root of 2 plus xn minus 1, this sequence is always convergent because we check for monotonical increasing as well as bounded. If any sequence is monotonical increasing as well as bounded above, is always convergent. Now we have to check whether the sequence is converges to 2. Convergent and converges to 2. So we have proved sequence xn is convergent. Sequence xn is convergent. Given sequence whose nth term is xn is equal to root of 2 plus xn minus 1. If a sequence is convergent, then limit of xn as n tending to infinity is equal to some finite value. If limit of xn as n tends to infinity is equal to L, then the sequence is convergent. And the sequence is convergent, then limit of xn is always as some finite quantity. If limit of xn is equal to n, then limit of xn minus 1 as n tending to infinity, which is same as limit of xn plus 1 as n tending to infinity is equal to L. Nth term moving to L, then n minus 1th term is also moving towards L, and n plus 1th terms is also moving towards L. Therefore, this is a definition of limit. This is a limit. This is a concept of limit. And here, limit of xn is equal to L. We have proved that xn is convergent. If xn is convergent, limit of xn is equal to some finite quantity, call it as some L. So, given xn is equal to root of 2 plus xn minus 1. Operate limit. Limit of xn as n tending to infinity is equal to root of 2 plus limit of xn minus 1 as n tending to infinity. So limit of xn as n tends to infinity, call it as some L. So if L is 2, then it's enough. Therefore, we have to check whether we will get L is equal to 2 or some other value. So limit of xn is equal to L. L is equal to root of 2 plus xn minus 1 is also L. Squaring on both sides, we will have L square and L square minus L minus 2 is equal to 0. Solve this equation. For this quadratic equation, I think 1 minus 1 is root, L is equal to minus 1 and L is equal to 2. If we replace L by minus 1, we will have 1 plus 1, 2 minus 2 is satisfies. If we replace L is equal to 2, 2 square minus 2, this also satisfies. But given x1 is 1 and we have proved it is a monotonically increasing sequence. Therefore, it is always converges to some positive value. Therefore, we neglect this term L is equal to minus 1. Therefore, it must be converges to L is equal to 2. Given xn is monotonically increasing with the first term. With first term is 1, which is nothing but it is a positive term sequence. x1 is equal to 1, hence it converges to positive value, which implies that is converges to positive value, and here we are getting 2. That is limit of xn as n tends to infinity is equal to 2. Show that the sequence xn where x1 is equal to 1, xn is equal to this is convergent. We have proved that it is convergent and it is converges to 2. To prove this theorem, we have used mathematical induction process to check for monotonical increasing as well as to check for bounded above. And after we have proved limit of the sequence is convergent, And then we take just the limit of xn is equal to some L, which is always a finite quantity, because we have proved the given sequence is convergent, and limit of xn minus 1 is also L with the concept of limit. Therefore, we are arriving at limit of xn is equal to as n tends to infinity is equal to 2. For this type of problem, that is for xn is equal to root of 2 plus xn minus 1, or root of 7 plus xn minus 1, root of 3 plus xn minus 1. For this type of problems, it will be more easier if you use the concept of mathematical induction to prove this theorem. Therefore, it will be more easier. And for this type of problems, xn is equal to root of 3 into xn minus 1 also. For every type of these problems, that is xn is equal to root of 2 plus something, this type of problems are root of 3 plus something, root of 7 plus something. By mathematical induction process, we easily arriving at the results. Thank you.